Welcome back. You know, normally players wait till they've retired to apply back into the game, but times have certainly changed with a number of players now getting involved in giving back to the game and developing it whilst still playing professional cricket. One of those initiatives is JP Dumley's JP21 Project, and tonight in studio with us, we've got one of the people very much involved in running the JP21 Project for JP when he's around the world playing cricket for the Proteas. We welcome to the studio Mr. Jermaine Clitty. Jermaine, thanks for joining us here. And for those who don't know, what exactly is the JP21 project?
Well, firstly, thanks for having me. The project started January this year. It's about revitalizing the game of cricket in areas where he's come from, which is the Mitchells Plain, Strandfontein area. We realized there was a correct need for participation again. There's so many kids out there that is just crying out for some activity after school, and we've gone in there. We've gone into all the schools. We've invited 32 schools, and 28 of them play in our league. And what we've done is we've sorted them out with equipment, coaching, logistics about venues and things like that. So we've gone in and re-established cricket, getting them formal league structures with fixtures and tournaments and trophies. And the passion is back. I think the enthusiasm is there from everybody, from principals to the teachers, and we realize they play a big part in the progress of this league. And so there's a lot of challenges, but we're very excited of what we've achieved so far and what's still to be achieved.
Now, before I get to what your ultimate goal and aim is as the JP21 project and in terms of developing cricket, I also, chatting to people in the Mitchells Plain area, they spoke about there was quite a demise of cricket. There were certain schools that played cricket religiously, and that has sort of waned. Was that one of the reasons why JP decided to take this project to those areas specifically?
No, I think it really stems from the fact that he's come from there and he wants to give back to that area. You want to inspire and be a role model to them and give them opportunities that he has had. And I think that's where the idea came from. And then, the project is it's a lot more than just identifying the next JP. It's about giving kids, an option of making right choices. That community is filled with gangsterism and drugs and bad influences, and it's so easy to make the bad choices. And so here we are every day of the week. Kids are now playing, they're either training or they're playing cricket. So it's another option that they have. And we add value in terms of kids can now go and play tournaments that we outside of that area. We've had them at Newlands, and they played a six-a-side tournament here at Newlands. So dreams are being made, and yeah, long may it continue.
Before I hand over to Clinton, I did ask you about the long-term goals, and you've touched on it briefly in your answer now. But just a couple of weeks ago as well, we were sort of informed of two of the kids that are part of the JP21 project that have now also sort of got bursaries and are going to JP's old high school as well, Plumstead. So that must be quite exciting for them.
Yeah, no, like I said, we've been truly blessed in the sense that we've been receiving a lot of opportunities for our boys. It's not in our blueprint for bursary program. It's just we realize that when we do good work, good things come to us. And so we were fortunate in the sense that we were invited. 5 applicants went to Plumstead into a series of interviews, etc. And they selected 2 of them. And we're quite chuffed about it. And another boy that has gone to Berkeley High. It's more of a reduced scholarship, but nevertheless, it's a big difference for the parents. And I think the parents and the families of the kids is very excited about the opportunity. And as you mentioned, it is where JP's come from, and I think that's also very exciting for them.
Clinton, how does a JP21 project tie into the union's vision and help you with cricket development in the region as well?
And I think simply, Brandon, I think it was Jermaine yourself touched on it in the beginning of the questions asked, was the cricket in Mitchells Plain was dying. And at the moment, we're all still battling with the senior schools in Mitchells Plain. and the primary schools are very good. I mean, and it's obviously, that is the pipeline we need to see pumping, because it's access and opportunity at that level, and get the guys to come through and obviously identify, get into that cricket stays with them all the time. And once they grow through into senior cricket, then high schools become stronger as well. So the stronger the JP21 project, the stronger the Western Province becomes from that area. And I just want to chat to Jermaine about, he spoke about a lot of positives now. Are there any challenges, or you touched on challenges, but what are the challenges that you guys do face?
There's many. There's, from the top of my head, we face, with any organization such as ours, there's always funding issues. To ensure the sustainability of our project, we need to make sure that we have a 5-year plan, we have a budget for 5 years, and that sort of thing. At the moment, we're going on year, and we kind of wing it. So that is a big challenge, I think. But from a practical and logistical point of view, venues is something that is of great need to us. And when high school cricket gets up and running, so there's going to be a massive conflict, because we use a lot of council facilities. Yes. So high school cricket's going to book them, we're going to book them. So there's definitely going to be a shortage of that. And one of our aims is to improve at least one school per year. A facility, put the net in there, put a pitch in. So that's one of our targets. So that is an issue. And then just, going to an area like that, you're faced with a lot of dynamics, a lot of personalities, and a lot of politics around, areas like that. And we've gone in there very naive, like, this is our mission, this is our goal. And understanding and unpacking the different cultures and different mindsets and mentalities is another challenge. Making sure that we move forward with them is something that we need to do, but it's difficult.
You mentioned facilities as a challenge, and you mentioned also at the outset, you spoke about the areas that you go into. Now, within those areas, there are 2 cricket clubs. What role and how important is the role that they play?
They are extremely important in terms of what we want our boys to go and play for them after primary school. Seeing that there's no high school cricket at the moment, and that is a big thing for us. We don't want to say, look, primary school's done, we're done with you now. So we emphasize the fact that kids must go and play for clubs, and Strumwinter and the Mitchells Plain Cricket Club are based there, and they need to channel those kids into those clubs. Our relationship with the clubs is very sound. We use their facilities. Mitchells Plain Cricket Club has got the hub, and so we're working on a relationship with the hub and Mitchells Plain Cricket Club. Strumwinter and JP comes from Strumwinter Cricket Club, so it's easier to get access to the fields and the resources there, and the nets, etc. But we realize we can't do it alone, and the clubs play a big role, and particularly the hub as well.
Now, just before I get back to Brandon, I'll just speak about on Thursday when you ended your six-a-side competition. Now you have six-a-sides, you have different formats that you do play. You can touch a bit on that later, but also within that program there was also an initiative between the hub, WPCA, and also the JP21 of rolling out mini cricket at those schools, because being in primary schools, you obviously need to sustain the cricket at the school, because once the boys move on, there should be a next generation coming through. How important would you think would that be for your program?
We've realized very early on in our league that there's a big gap between, we got under 11, under 13 boys. There's a big gap between ages 7 to 11, and that's where mini cricket comes in. And because a lot of them, they're getting introduced to cricket with a hard ball, so they should really be with softball and playing mini cricket. And that is an important gap that we want to bridge in the new year. And with assistance with Western Province and the hub, we intend to do that, and roll out mini cricket with all our participants in the league. So that's going to be an added activity for us in the program.
Jermaine, thanks for joining us. Obviously, we're looking forward to seeing lots of talented boys come through, and also thanks for going into the areas and actually reviving the cricket. Like I said, I spoke to some people and they said it was waning, and your project certainly is going to help to sort of kickstart and get maybe the next JP Dumini out of that area as well, because it's going to be inspired knowing that JP's come from those streets there and from that club. And look what success he's achieved. So all the best, and I'm sure the new year is going to be something very special for you guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That was Jermaine Clitty. He is the man in charge of the JP21 project when JP is not around. As you heard there now, there's lots of exciting things going. And also, thanks for their input, and also JP putting back into club cricket in the Mitchells Plain and Strandfontein areas whilst he's still playing, because certainly it needs a revival. When we come back after the break, it's a very special kit handover.
Hi, I'm Tepo Moreki and you're watching from the Clubhouse.